Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to Westside High School, home of the Westside Warriors. Today, we got baseball action here on the WTV Live Network between the Warriors and the visiting Westview Wolverines. Both teams in their last regular season games of the season. Westview coming in at a record of 21-11, and the Warriors are coming in at 28-3. We'll quickly send it over to our PA commentator Tom Saline for a national anthem. We'll get you starting lineups and a continuation of our pregame show coming up next.
Of the armed forces or veterans that are present but not in uniform may render the military salute. And now the starting lineup for your Westside Warriors. Batting first, the shortstop, number 10, Braden Hosey. Batting second, the pitcher, number 16, Duncan Hansen. Batting third, the catcher, number 21, C.J. Shockey. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 7, Ben Everode. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 15, Jacob Schleifer. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 3, Andrew Teggy. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 1, Liam Gronikin. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 12, Easton Lunn. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 6, Ty Hanna. On the bump for the Warriors, at first base for the Warriors, number 5, Ben Weiss.
Those are your starting lineups for the Westside Warriors. We'll get you a starting lineup quickly here for Westview before they come up to the plate. Michael Piat will lead off and bat at short, and will play shortstop. Ryan Colliers will go and play center field. Brooks Mullins bats third, also at third base. Batting cleanup, Scott Miner, who's catching today. P.J. Hodges bats fifth, playing left field. Cal Brown over at first base bats sixth. Grayson Shirehorn DHing will get the seventh spot. Landon Bader will bat eighth, play right field. And pitching will be Markel Newton for the Wolverines. Both teams coming in their last regular season games of the year before districts. Westside, if they win today, they'll secure the number 1 spot going into the districts. If they lose, they will be number 2 behind Lincoln East. Over the weekend and on Monday, they went a technical 3-1. They lost to Papio South at the beginning of the week on Thursday, bounced back with a win against Millard South, and then played Millard North, which originally counted as a loss, but an eligible pitcher by Millard North towards the end of the game. Westside appealed, and they got the win. They beat Lincoln North Star by 2 runs yesterday to get them to a record of 28-3. Keys to the game here for Westside. They got to hammer the ball. They have been a great power hitting team this season. Their big issue this year on the pitching side has been the first pitch strikes. They got to get out in front early and then finish every play defensively. They didn't have an error yesterday, so they already are on the road to that. Mitchell Pyatt will lead us off here, playing shortstop for Westview, finding the edges. Got a pitch outside to these Westside hitters, hitting the gaps as that one fouled off the foot of Piat, 0-1. And just have a patient approach at the plate. Westside struggling with those first pitch strikes. But right there they get one. Duncan Hansen on the bump for Westside here today. He'll toe the rubber. The 0-1 offering grounded over to shortstop. Hosey plays it on the run, throws over. Weiss makes the catch. And there's out number 1.
Center fielder number 1, Ryan Colliers.
as Ryan Collier steps up next. Hansen this season, 19 innings pitched, has a he has a 4.05 ERA and on a 1-1 record. First pitch to Collier's taken low for a ball. It's 1-0. Right on left here, Collier stepping in from the left-handed side of the batter's box. Next offering is high, 2-0. Collier's .318 average this season, has 14 hits and 44 at-bats. Next offering taken for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Collier's 6 RBIs this year for him. 12 strikeouts to 9 walks. Next offering, great pitch on the inside edge. Count evened up at 2-2. Hansen with that 4.05 ERA in 19 innings has gotten 14 Ks to 10 walks as he hits Collier's.
Third base number 10, Brooks Mullen.
And Brooks Mullen will step up next. He'll come in from the left-handed side of the batter's box. Westside in their home whites, white cap with the red bill, white jersey and white pants with red lettering and red numbering. For Westview, they are in the away blacks, black cap, black shirt, and black pants. First pitch outside to Mullins. It is 1-0. Mullen this season, a very productive hitter, hitting .333. Been starting most of the games this year for the Wolverines. He takes outside 2-0. Batting in the 3-hole. 8 doubles this season, has a homer, and has accounted for 25 hits in 75 at-bats. 2-0 now, pitch taken outside. 3-0, catcher C.J. Shockey ready to throw down. Collier's was not on the move, however. He does have 7 stolen bases this season, so always a threat to run. But quickly now 3-0 against Mullen. That offering taken on the outside edge for a strike. Mullen steps back in. Raises himself along with Hansen, towing the rubber. Steps through. That one fouled back and out of play. Quickly now it's a full count here. 1 on 1 out here in the top of the first. Westside looking to secure their 29th win of the season. Westview just looking to get a pretty big marquee win here at the last game of the season. Bump up their district ratings. That one outside, ball 4. Mullins will take his base. Collier on first, Mullen on second. As the cleanup hitter Scott Miner will be up next. Miner a .311 average, 14 RBIs on 28 hits. Hansen steps off. We'll look the runner back and now re-engages. Next offering taken high. 1-0. Hansen looks back. Now step through the 1-0. That one popped up. Weiss traveling over, and we'll have to watch that one just go out of play. Two on here in the top of the first. Westview already threatening to score against the pitcher Hansen. He looks back to second and steps through the 1-1. Great pitch just outside. Really good location there by Hansen, just did not get the call. 2-1 now the count. Hosey and Kronikin both holding him on. That one swung through and missed. Count back even at 2-2. Hansen got the leadoff guy out, gave up a hit by pitch to Ryan Colliers and a walk to Brooks Mullen. Right on right matchup. Count evened up at 2-2. Hansen looking for a big out here. Waits, now fires. Swung on, grounded back. Great job by Miner to keep it alive here. PJ Hodges, the left fielder, on deck for the Wolverines. Looking to get an at-bat full of ducks on the pond. She steps, as Hansen once again steps off and re-engages. Bit of cat and mouse going on here between the batter Miner and the pitcher Hansen. Next offering, ground ball, fouled off his leg. We'll get you the defensive formations here over at first base. From first base to third base, Ben Weiss, Liam Kronikin, Braden Hosey, and Jacob Schleifer. And in the outfield from left to right, Ben Everode, Andrew Taggy, and Ty Hanna behind the plate, CJ Shockey, and on the bump, Duncan Hansen. Another 2-2 offering. Just outside. These pitches are right there. And now it's 3-2. Hansen on the verge of walking another man. Kronikin holding the runner. Colliers up on second. Mullins a pretty sizable lead off of first. That one chopped down the line, foul. And Westview already working Hansen. Pretty long top of the first inning here from Westside High School at Warrior Field. Hansen once again ready. He'll go again. Ground ball sharply hit. Hosey will go to third with it. Schleifer steps on the bag and just barely got it between the sliding hands of Ryan Colliers. So they get the force out at third. Runners remain on first and second as PJ Hodges steps back in after the usually rare 6-5 putout. Mullen at second, and Miner will go to first. Hansen looking to get out of this inning, stranding two Wolverines. First pitch, great one. In the heart of the zone, it's taken for a strike. Another look back from Hansen. And another pitch. Back pick over to first. Almost got him. A nice tag over there by Weiss, but a nice dive in from Scott Miner avoids the third out. Count evened up at 1-1. That one a strike. 1-2 now the count. One and two, 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the first. Next offering in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher Shockey. Count evened up at 2. Westview 10th in the wild card rankings, behind Papio South, Millard West for hosting a district. Another one that's fouled away, and they are really working away at Hansen's pitch count here. This is what you want to see here if you're Westview. Just grind down the starters here from Westside. Force them to go to their bullpen early in about the third inning. Hansen looks back at second. Now goes high. A full count once again worked. Hansen already at 27 pitches. Trying to get out of a first inning where he is not allowed to run. Another full count offering here. Runners on the move. Fouled away. Hodges sticking there in the box. If Westview does come out of here with a win, I would propel them pretty high up the rankings. Would rather give them a high 2 seed or even could let them host a district at a low 1 seed. They're about 7/10 of a point behind Papillion La Vista South. Another 3-2 offering, grounded foul. Just past the glove of Schleifer down there at third. Top teams who would host a district: Lincoln East, Westside, Lincoln Southwest, Miller North, Creighton Prep, Grand Island, who's had a really phenomenal season this year. We saw him earlier. And Papio South are currently the top 7 at the moment, barring any losses at the end of the day. Another one that runs inside, and he hit him. Hansen has nicked 2 batters today. As the pitch count keeps climbing, the bases are loaded with 2 outs.
First baseman number 19, Cal Brown.
As Cal Brown will look to knock them all in. Brown, a 233 average, has tallied 12 RBIs this season on 5 extra base hits. First one, driven into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Evero plays it off of 1 hop. Mullen scores. Here comes Minor, and Westview has struck first blood as they get 2. And it is a 2-0 lead for Westview as they have done a great job at a 2-out rally. Grayson Schumahorn will step in next, right on right. Hansen now looking to limit the damage. That one right to Cronican over at second, and that's a quick way to end the inning. But a long one still as Westview strikes first. 2-0 Wolverines. Westside will look to get those runs back going to the bottom of the first. Welcome back to the WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valapek. Thank you guys for joining us here today. Hanging out with me this lovely Tuesday evening. Pretty cloudy here at Warrior Field. Pitcher on the bump for Westview is Markel Newton. We'll get you his stats in a sec. Braden Hosey coming up to the dish. The Lindenwood commit has been absolutely on fire this season with a 363 average, 14 stolen bases, 26 RBIs, not to mention the countless other stats and effects that he has had on this team. First one, sliced foul. 0-1 quickly here. Markel Newton, a very good pitcher for this team. 24 2/3 of an inning and has only allowed 4 runs. Next offering is taken inside for a ball, 1-1. Next one fouled away. Hosey now down 1-2 in the count. Switch hitter batting from the left-handed side. Infield and outfield both playing straight up. That one chopped back to the pitcher. Newton with it. He'll make the long throw over to first from the pitcher's mound to get the out. Hosey with a quick ground out as Duncan Hansen steps up next. 6 homers for him on the season. As another switch hitter will go from the left-handed side of the batter's box. Hansen on a kind of a record watch here. 6 homers for him this season. The single season record here at Westside is 8. And the career homer record is 15, set by MLBer Darren Ruff. That one down the line foul. It's 1-1. Westview up 2-0. Only had 1 hit in the top half of the first. Hansen was the pitcher. He's looking to make him pay in the batter's box as he takes strike 2. 1-2 now on the sophomore Hansen. He fires. Newton fires inside. 2-2. Hansen in the mismatched cleats today. White on his left, red on his right. 2-2. Strike 3. He got him looking. Beautiful pitch on the outside edge of the zone. As quickly now 2 outs here for Markel Newton. As C.J. Shockey will look to change that. The Burley catcher stepping in from the right-handed side of the batter's box. Neon green bat in hand, looking to make it pay. He lines one the opposite way. That's a base hit going down the line, and this could be 3. Shockey on his horse, now finally picked up. He's racing for third. The throw, not in time, and C.J. Shockey with a first pitch hit triple. Clutch hitting from the catcher Shockey. As we'll get a pinch runner in there. It's his cousin Easton.
Courtesy running number 9, Easton Shockey.
So Ben Everroad will look to drive in this run, cut this lead in half here for the Warriors. Everroad in left field today. Hitting a very solid 360 from the plate. Marshalltown Community College commit. Ground ball sharply hit over to third. Mullen with it. He'll make the long throw over. And a nice play by Mullen to end the inning. So a 2-out triple by the Warriors does nothing. They cannot drive it in. Warriors get a hit, no runs to show for it, as it is 2-0 Wolverines going to the top of the second. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valapek. Thank you for joining us here this evening. As Duncan Hansen will go back out there for a second inning of work after giving up 2 in the top of the first. It's a 2-0 lead for the Westview Wolverines, looking for a marquee win that could shoot them up to hosting a district currently ranked 10th in the NSAA wildcard point standings. But boy, what a win against Westside. 28-3 this year, currently ranked second, would bring to that table. Landon Bader will lead us off here in the top of the second. Some signs of activity going down in the Warrior bullpen as Hansen going with the first pitch strike. Next offering to Bader, taken high and inside. It is 1-1. Next one driven into left field, just over the jumping glove of Schleifer. Everroad goes to snag it, but a leadoff single for Landon Bader.
Pitcher number 2, Markel Newton.
We'll bring up the pitcher, Markel Newton, batting from the 9-hole. Newton, not the greatest hitter compared to his pitching stats. Only 3 hits and 17 at-bats for an average of 176. Bader leads off of first. Nobody out here in the top of the second. That one high. Pickoff back to first, not in time. Bader, 10 stolen bases this year for him. 4th on the team. Another bunt offering. That one did get down. Sacrifice will be in favor of the Wolverines. Weiss makes the catch over at first base.
Outfielder for Westview, shortstop number 5, Mitchell Pyatt.
That's a little bit of a throwback to back when pitchers used to hit in Major League Baseball. They'd always be the ones to put down the sacrifice bunts. But right there, the pitcher Newman doing a very good job at that, getting it on his second attempt. Runner in scoring position at second base, 1 out. Top of the order, Mitchell Pyatt. First pitch to Pyatt is a strike. Pyatt, a .388 hitter, most plate appearances on this team with 115. He's gotten 38 hits. Next offering a ball. Count evened up at 1-1. Runner at second, 1 out here in the top of the second. Wolverines up 2-0 over the Warriors. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Great heat from Hansen, gets it to 1-2. Cronican holding the runner up at second. Bader over there. The 1-2, got him, strike 3. Nice little cutter looked like on the outside edge.
Center for number 1, Ryan Colliers.
And Ryan Colliers will be up next. Was the first base runner for Westview with a hit by pitch. Got out at third base with the 6-5 putout from Hosey to Schleifer, but was one of the batters in the top half. First offering to him just outside, 1-0. Infield and outfield playing basically straight up. A little bit of a shift to the right from the outfielders, playing the pull side of Ryan Colliers. Next offering outside, 2-0. Assistant coach Reese Baumgarten down there in the bullpen. Next one is a strike, 2-1. Right on left here, Colliers with the advantage in the batter's box. Next one swung on and missed. 2-2 now. Hansen looking to strand a runner in scoring position. Brooks Mullen, the next guy on deck. Cronican holding the runner on at second base. Now we'll step away. And Hansen's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks there from Hansen to get out of the inning. Westview get to hit, can't get a run. It's still 2-0 Wolverines. Going to the bottom of the second. Warriors looking to get on the board. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Warriors. Jacob Schleifer, the 5-hole hitter, will lead us off here in the bottom of the second. Markel Newton, back out for his second inning of work. First pitch right down the pipe. It's a strike. Schleifer, dual sport athlete, playing both football and baseball. That one fouled back to the screen. Quickly now, 0-2. Newton doing a very great job at getting out in front. Next offering, popped up, foul again. Still 0-2 against Schleifer. Newton working quick. That one running inside, nearly hit Schleifer. First ball of the at-bats, 1-2. Quick defense summary for the Wolverines over at first base, Cal Brown. Scratch that. We'll go back to the batter, and that is inside ball 2. Two ground ball down the line, just foul. Count even at 2-2. Next offering, great pitch, just a tad low. Full count now on Schleifer. Some cheers from the Westside dugout. Next offering, called strike 3. Just on the outside edge. Schleifer doesn't like it. He threw the bat, preparing to walk. Taggy up next. Andrew Taggy up next. Another dual sport athlete in football. Defensive alignment here for the Wolverines over at first base, Cal Brown. Second base, Braden Dumas playing shortstop. Mitchell Pyatt. That pitch is a ball, 1-0. And over at third base, Brooks Mullen. In the outfield from left to right, P.J. Hodges, Ryan Colliers, and Landon Bader. Popped up. Going over is Cal Brown. Back into fair territory. Dumas cannot handle it. That ball's down. Taggy over to second. And a 1-out double from Andrew Taggy. Liam Cronican will look to drive him in with something big. Behind the plate for the Wolverines is Scott Miner. Cronican, 325 average, the Northeast Community College commit. Westside, another runner in scoring position, had a runner there in the first inning. That one down the line, just foul. 0-1 against Cronican. So he put a nice piece of metal on that ball. Just hooked a tad too much foul. Taggy over at second. Next pitch to Cronican. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. Once again, 0-2. Markel Newton working very quick against these Westside hitters. Easton Lund DHing is on deck. Next one, great off speed, just inside. 1-2. Newton looking to get second out of the inning. Another one that runs inside. Cronican just steps out of the way of it. Count evened up at 2-2. Cronican, second on the team in homers with 3 this season. Only behind Hansen with 6. And accounting for 14 homers this season by the team as Cronican Another victim of the backwards K. And that's two outs here in the bottom of the second. Easton Lund will look to knock in the runner from second base in Taggy. Newton looking to strand another runner in scoring position. That one outside, ball one. The next 1-0 offering, great off speed, just clipping the inside edge for a strike. 1-1 now against Lund. 333 average this season, 14 hits in 42 ABs. Does have 4 extra base hits this season. That one checked his swing, but he fouled it away. And another 2-strike count. Markel Newton looking to strike out the side here besides Taggy, who's over there at second. Next pitch, swing, and a foul ball. Count remains at 1-2. One doing a good job to stay alive. The 9-hole hitter, Ty Hanna, on deck, then it would reset to the top of the lineup. Another 1-2 offering, swung on, hit to the opposite field, but foul and out of play. For Westview, 2 runs on 2 errors, two runs on 2 hits and an error. For Westside, no runs on 2 hits with a runner in scoring position here at second. That one outside. 2-2, count evened up once again. A little activity down in the Westview bullpen. Lefty throwing down there. Westside trying to work Newton's pitch count. That one swung on, grounded up the middle. Playable by the shortstop, Pyatt, who throws over to first to get Lund. And that's the inning. So Westside gets another runner in scoring position, but they leave him stranded at second base. No runs, and it's 2-0 Wolverines to the third. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. New pitcher in for the Warriors. Hansen today done after 2 innings. Easton Shockey, the sophomore, coming in for him. Right-hander will have 3, 4, 5 due up for the Wolverines. Mullen, Minor, and Hodges. For Shockey, in 17 innings pitched, has allowed 16 hits, 19 strikeouts to 15 walks, and has accounted for a 2-1 record and a 2.06 ERA. Brooks Mullen will lead us off here to begin the third inning. Walked in his last at-bat, eventually scored. First pitch outside, ball 1. Next offering, a great pitch on the outside edge. 1-1. Westside coming in ranked number 2 in the wild card standings. Next one looked really good, but the ump says high. But it looked right down the middle. 2-1. Another one fouled away. 2-2. Scott Miner, the man on deck. Mullen, the guy up. 2-2 the count. Westview looking for an early base runner. Another one that's outside. Full count now against the 3-hole hitting third baseman. The full count offering by Shockey fouled away and out of play. Shockey and Mullen both reset. And another payoff pitch. Swing. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did. Strike 3. Not the best angle over there against a lefty for that first base umpire.
Number 15, Scott Miner.
But strike 3 nonetheless, as Mullen could not hold up his swing. First pitch to the 4-hole hitting Miner is taken for a strike. Miner, a .311 hitter, has only 2 extra base hits this season. Another one that's fouled away. 0-2 now the count. Home plate umpire getting some more baseballs. Now we'll go behind the catcher Shockey and reset play. The 0-2 swung on. Hosey leaps but couldn't make the play. That one into center field for a base hit. Throw cut off by Hosey going to second.
Left field number 17, PJ Hodges.
And an 0-2 single from Scott Miner. We'll bring up the left fielder PJ Hodges. He'll step in from the right-handed side of the batter's box. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the third. Shockey delivers high for a ball. Shockey's raised himself again. Quick pitches just low. 2-0 here. Home plate umpire having a pretty tight zone for both sides. Shockey ready again. Bunt sign put on, popped up just over and into the bleachers here on our right side. Miner 3 stolen bases this season has not yet been caught. This season for Westview, they have stolen 89 bags and have only been caught 6 times out of those 89. Next offering, driven past the diving glove of Cronican and into right field. Another base hit. Holding up at second is Miner. Podges on with a single. And Westview
First base number 19, Cal Brown.
doing a great job at finding the gaps. Third base coach Scott Hodges yelling out some numbers. So let's see what play 103 here means. First pitch outside. 1-0. Shockey trying to settle in here. Cal Brown, the man up. That one popped in the air. Left field, that'll get down. Everroad leaps to grab it. Rounding third and heading to the plate and scoring. Is Scott Miner Moving over to third is P.J. Hodges. And Schemahorn will step up next. Runners at the corners. Another run scoring for the Wolverines. And Westside won their last matchup here at Warrior Field 11-3 in the Frank Ryan Invitational. Westview has already gotten that same amount of runs. First offering taken low, ball one. Back-to-back hits here from the Wolverines have gotten them into a great situation. Schemahorn, a Dakota Wesleyan commit. One of three commits here on this Westview squad. The 1-0 bunt placed down but foul. 1-1. Along with Michael Pyatt, who's committed to Simpson College in Iowa. And Zach Babbage, who's committed to Morningside. Another pitch outside, ball two. Runner over there at first. Hodge, scratch that. It was Cal Brown. Faked like he was going to steal. Brown not yet has scratched that. He has 4 stolen bases this season. Runners at the corners. One out here in the top of the third. Runner is off. Nobody going down. And some hesitation from Brown between first and second base, realizing Shockey wasn't going to throw down. So a technical stolen base from Brown, his 5th of the year. As now Coach Shockey will bring in the infield. Count evened up at 2-2. Schemahorn with an opportunity to get another couple runs here. That one just low. Full count now. The full count offering. Got him, strike 3. Big strikeout from Easton Shockey. Schemahorn down via the backwards K. And now Landon Bader will look to drive in those 2 runs. All the infielders will now play back. Still runners at second and third. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Westview, a prime opportunity here to get some insurance runs. With Markel Newton pitching very solid through the first 2 innings. That one is smacked into left field. Playable, though, for the left fielder, Everroad. And he will make the catch for the 3rd out. But another run comes across the plate for Westview. 3-0 Wolverines. Westside need to do some work in the bottom of the 3rd. Welcome back to the WTV Live Network. Ty Hanna will lead us off here in the bottom of the third. 9-1-2 due up for the Warriors. New pitcher in for the Wolverines. Markel Newton out of the game after 2 scoreless innings. Braden Dumas, the junior, in to pitch as he will leave it outside 1-0. A 4.38 ERA for him, 6 appearances, an 0-1 record. Has pitched 8 innings, allowed 9 hits, 11 strikeouts to 7 walks. Dumas, originally from the Westside district, went over to Westview for his high school career and is pitching for the Wolverines. 3 consecutive pitches, all in the same area, as Hanna working Dumas well. A 4.58 average, as Hanna's seeing a lot more playing time more down the stretch of the season. First one taken, now taken for a strike. 11 hits in 24 at-bats. And I want another strike. Full count now against Hanna. That one got him, strike 3. Hanna just looks at everything, and he is down looking.
Top of the order for the Warriors, shortstop number 10, Braden Hosey.
Braden Hosey looking to give Westside a spark. Great job by Dumas to battle back from 3-0 to get the strikeout. First offering to Hosey, taken outside. Hosey, a good 5-tool athlete. A couple homers for him this season, but his main threat is with his legs on the base paths. That one swung on and missed. 1-1 now. Hosey, a 3.63 average. That one inside edge taken for a strike, 1-2. Westview pitchers wheeling and dealing so far against the Westside hitters, who have not found their stride just yet. Next offering, ground ball back up the middle and through for a base hit. And a nice piece of 2-strike hitting from Braden Hosey will give Westside their first base runner of the third.
Number 16, Duncan Hansen.
Duncan Hansen will now step in from the left-handed side. A little activity going down once again in the Wolverine bullpen. Looks like Cam Clements, number 16 in black, down there. And some time being called as the umpire will throw Dumas a new ball. Hosey, a big base running threat, leading the team in stolen bases with 14. But really good speed over there at first base, and you wouldn't want to have any other base runner if you're Coach Shockey. And you wouldn't really have any better batter up here than Duncan Hansen. First pitch, smacked over the glove of the second baseman and in to right field for a base hit. Back pick over the second non-time. Newton, or scrap. Yeah, Markel Newton over there at second base. Him and Dumas just switch positions from second base to pitcher. Now will be the catcher, C.J. Shockey. 2 on, 1 out, and the best chance for Westside to get some runs on the board. Dumas likes what he sees from his catcher Minor. First offering fouled back right at us. And it is 0-1. Shockey, one of the 4 Westside hits, was the first. Had a 2-out triple back in the first. Looking to recreate some extra base magic here. Count evened up at 1-1. That was his first triple of the season. He's a pretty burly catcher, so not the biggest amount of speed on him, but did just enough to get a ball perfectly placed into right field and had enough legs to get over to third. Next one grounded right back to Dumas. Just going over to third to get the force out. Mullen makes the play. And now 2 away. A little hesitation from Dumas as Hosey also hesitated. Pinch runner will be Kyler Dubas.
Courtesy by number 23, Kyler Dubas.
Ben Everode stranded a runner on third base in the last inning. Scratch that in the first inning. Dumas looking to get out of a jam. First offering to Everode, taken outside, ball 1. Hansen over at second. Dubas, the courtesy runner, over at first for Shockey. That one chopped over to third base. Mullen will just go to the bag himself and get the force out. And that's the inning. Westside with their best opportunity at runs. They cannot get any. Still 3-0 Wolverines heading to the top of the 4th. Thank you for joining us here on the WTV Live Network. Welcome back to WTV Live Network, top of the 4th. Westview leading Westside 3-0. As it has been pure domination so far by the Westview Wolverines. First pitch taken for a strike from the 9-hole hitter Newton. That ball popped up foul. Quickly now 0-2 from Shockey. The cousin connection from the pitcher and the backstop, Easton Shockey and CJ Shockey, cousins. That one just off the edge, a really great looking pitch. Will bring the count to 1-2. Next one, just inside, 2-2. Shockey looking to get the batter out with a pitch right here, and they got him. Checked his swing, went around, and that's the first out. Mitchell Pyatt will reset the order for the Wolverines here. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 4th. Shockey's first time facing Pyatt today. That one fouled back. 0-1. Westview got 2 in the first, 1 in the third to get their runs. They have 3 on 5 hits with an error. Westside still looking to crack the scoreboard. No runs on 4 hits. They've left all 4 of those stranded on base. That one blooped into right field and base hit, just dropping in front of the right fielder, Ty Hanna.
Number 1, Ryan Colliers.
Now bring up the 2-hole hitting Ryan Colliers. He'll face Shockey for the first time today. He will be batting from the left-handed side. First offering, taken for a strike, 0-1. Next one, crushed down the right field line, hooking, foul, and a one hop out of play, but foul ball nonetheless, 0-2. Colliers put a great swing on that one, just pulled it. Outfield shifted a tad to the right, infield at their double play depth. That one swing and a miss, strike 3. Colliers down with a swing. A great off-speed pitch will bring up Brooks Mullen. Mullen faced Shockey, was the first batter to face Shockey back in the third. That one popped foul. Struck out in his last at-bat. Was the first runner, though, to score for the Wolverines back in the first. Pyatt, 13 stolen bases, leads the team. He has a sizable lead off of first, and he will go. Pitch inside, throw down well late, ahead of the throw from Shockey. And a stolen base number 14 for Mitchell Pyatt. Count at 1-1. Another runner in scoring position for the Wolverines. Mullen looking to drive him home. Next one inside. 2-1. And the next offering, swung on, driven in the air, deep in the center field. Going to get it is Taggy, just a couple steps shy of the track. Mullen put a good piece of hitting on that one, but just came up short. Shockey strands a runner at second. And that will be it for the top of the fourth. Still 3-0 Wolverines. Westside looking to get some runs. Jacob Schleifer will lead us off here in the bottom of the fourth. Wolverines over the Warriors, 3-0 so far. Dumas out for a second of work, and he forces a pop-up. Dumas calling for himself, and he dropped it! A blunder by Braden Dumas will give Westside their first base runner of the inning. And a break for the Warriors. Westview's second error, and it was Braden Dumas who couldn't handle the pop-up that allowed for a single and an error that got Taggy his base hit in the second. Schleif the runner over at first. Taggy's first offering is swung on and missed. Dumas a nice job with the off-speed. Taggy this season a .356 hitter, 26 hits, accounting for 26 RBIs, tied for third most on the team. Next offering, a ball outside. One and one, the count evened up. Center fielder Taggy swings and fouls it away. 1-2 the count. Taggy, Cronican, Lund, the next three guys up, barring any double play. Corner is a tad in. That one high. 2-2. Westview has not yet walked a guy or hit a guy. The only 4 base runners they've allowed were all on either hits or errors. That one just inside. A great off speed from Dumas will bring the count full and look to bring my last statement to shame. That is now a full count. Taggy looking to be the second base runner of the inning for the Warriors. The payoff pitch. Runner off for second. Ground ball chopped foul. Schleifer had a nice jump. Probably would have been safe over at second. And playing football definitely helps with that speed aspect. 11 stolen bases this season. Was the backup quarterback behind current Missouri commit Braylon Warren. Next offering, ball 4. And the first walk of the day for the Warriors comes at the hands of Andrew Taggy. Liam Cronican will be up next. Westview will take a mound meeting. As Coach Scott Hodges will come and talk with the infield and pitcher Braden Dumas. 2 on, nobody out. And this has been a great opportunity here for the Warriors. An error by Dumas on a high pop fly gave Schleifer his base to get Schleifer on base, and then a walk issued to Andrew Taggy. 2 on with nobody out. Westview with the pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Down there over on the first base line.
It's going to be Cronican up to bat.
Cronican will come to bat once again. Cam Clements, the pitcher, over there in the bullpen. Looks like a southpaw, so he would be perfect against probably Hosey and Hansen. Both of them, though, switch hitters and could bat from the right side. 2 on, nobody out. Bunt is on from Cronican. And is fouled away. 0-1. Mullen, the third baseman, and Brown, the first baseman, both playing a couple steps in. Both of them on the infield grass. Another bunt put down and fouled again. Coach Shockey looking disgruntled over there. 2 missed bunts from Cronican. As he is batting .325 this season. 3 homers, accounting for his 8 extra base hits. 14 RBIs, looking to make it 15, 16, or even 17 here with the bomb. That one running inside, nearly hit him. Cronican standing in there, unfazed, takes the ball. I think he really wanted to get hit on that one just so he could avoid a 2-strike count. The war stick in hand. The 1-2, outside, ball 2. Dumas looking to get his first out of the inning. As Cam Clements down there in the bullpen looking ready to enter the game. That one swung on, fouled away. Cronican staying alive. The Northeast Community College commit, I should say signees, signed with them over the winter. One of the 3 commits on this team along with Braden Hosey, who signed to Lindenwood, and Marcus Chandler, who injured himself before the season but committed beforehand to Kansas State. That one popped up. Dumas calling for it, but an infield fly rule in effect. Mullen will make the catch. Will make Cronican the first out. A big first out from Dumas will bring up Easton Lund. Third baseman Mullen shifted a tad in. Everybody else at their normal depth. Runners off. Line drive up the middle, and that's a base hit. Shockey will send Schleifer home. The throw, not in time. It's cut off. Scampering over to third, it's Taggy. Blazing speed from both will give Westside their first run of the game via Easton Lund. An RBI single up the middle. And now the tying run at first base. Taggy over at third. Dumas still riding the rubber. Lund, a very fast runner in his own right over at first base. First pitch to Hannah behind him. Taking for a ball. One 1-0 against Ty Hannah. That one fouled back to the screen. 1-1. Hannah's sister, Caitlin, last week finished up a tournament in San Diego, the Big Ten tournament. She just finishing up her last season with the Iowa women's golf team. Pickoff back to first, not in time. And his dad, Terry Hannah, head of the Westside Foundation, helped privately fund the new big life complex that we have here at the high school. The 1-1 runs inside, nearly hit him. 2-1 now. Westside looking for one, maybe two more runners here to get this one all knotted up at 3. Hannah, a big extra base hit type of guy. That one driven into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Going over to second will be Lund. Scoring is Taggy. And all of a sudden, this game has just gotten a lot closer. It's 3-2 now with the top of the order looming. And like I said earlier, they are going to bring in the Southpaw. They're going to bring in the Southpaw Clements against the switch hitting Hosey and Hansen. Dumas' day is over. We will get you the new pitcher stats in just a second here. Westside, 2 on, 1 out, but Westview still holds the lead, 3-2. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth for the Warriors as they have cut into this Wolverine lead. Tying run over at second leading run over at first. Top of the lineup up next. And they will face the new pitcher here for the Wolverines in Cam Clements. Clements, the southpaw, 3.11, 3.11 ERA. 3-0 this season through 8 appearances. And in those 8 appearances, he has pitched 27 innings. Has given up 12 runs in that period. Has struck out 22 compared to just walking 16. Braden Hosey will step in from the right-handed side. Switch hitter from the right. First offering from Clements is taken for a strike. Oh and 1 against Hosey. Westview led 3-0 coming into this inning. Another one fouled away. 0-2. Westview led 3-0 coming into this inning. First batter was Schleifer. He popped one up, but it was dropped by Dumas. Taggy then walked. That one smacked foul, still 0-2. An infield fly pop out from Cronican gave Dumas his only out of the inning. And then a single up the middle by Easton Lunn. And a single to right into left field by Ty Hanna. That one grounded into left field. Another base hit. Shockey the wave. Here comes Lunn. The throw is cut off by Mullen. And this game is tied at 3 apiece. Via the bat of Braden Hosey, an 0-2 single, his second of the day.
First base number 16, Duncan Hansen.
Duncan Hansen next up. Switch hitting. I was told by his dad he has a very unorthodox hitting style, and he will be batting from the left side as a switch hitter against the southpaw in Clements. First offering away, 1-0. The 1-0 offering popped up, caught by Mullen, and there's 2 away now.
Number 21, CJ Shockey.
Now bring up CJ Shockey, 1 of 2 for today. Tripled in his first at-bat and then grounded into a fielder's choice. Hansen giving him some words of encouragement as he looks to give Westside the lead. 2 outs, 2 on. Tie game at 3 apiece. Swing and a miss. First one, a strike to Shockey. Right on left. Next offering fouled back. Quickly now 0-2 against CJ Shockey. Bellevue West transfer along with his dad, Jason, and has helped lead the Warriors to their best start probably since 2003. As that one driven up the middle, a base hit. Here comes Hanna, and the Warriors lead for the first time this evening. A great piece of 2-out hitting from CJ Shockey. And like I said, Westside off to their best start, I would say, since 2003, when they only lost 3 games that year and won the state championship. They also had a great start in 2014, I'm told from our PA announcer, Tom Saline. Fun fact for you guys, he was a student manager, so here's your fun fact of the day. That one taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Westside leads 4-3. They have stormed back for 4 runs. That one grounded over to third. Mullen couldn't play it cleanly. And just a tough play from Brooks Mullen over there at third base. They're going to be assessed an error.
Third baseman number 50, Jacob Schleifer.
But that one could have went either way. Bases juice for Jacob Schleifer. He led off the inning with a pop-up that was mishandled by Dumas. Ducks on the pond here for Jacob Schleifer. Inside 1-0. Westside looking to put this game on ice for Westview and getting some key insurance. Schleifer's this season still looking for his first homer. Does have 8 doubles this year. That one driven into left field, and that will get down for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Dubas, and he will score with a feet-first slide. 2-run single from Jacob Schleifer gives Westside a 6-3 lead as they have put up all of these runs in the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-on for Taggy as he will bat for the second time this inning. Walked in his last at-bat. First pitch, taken for a strike. That has been just a couple of miscues here that have doomed Westview this inning. That one chopped foul. Quickly now 0-2. First and second, 2 out here in the 4th. That one in the dirt. Great block by the catcher Minor. 1-2 now the count. Westside has been doing great at these 2-strike approaches. Clements looking to get out of this inning. That one knocked the other way for another base hit. Shockey the wave. And that ball gets away. It kicked off of the right fielder. And that one skirting all the way to the warning track. 2 runs will score. Shockey will hold up Taggy at third. And another miscue from the Westview Wolverines.
Second baseman number 1, Liam Cronican. He'll be up to bat after the Westview timeout.
Cronican up next. And a timeout will be taken by Westview. Clements cannot survive the inning. And I'd say that would be ruled a single and a 2-base error from the right fielder, Landon Bader. Clements' day is done. New pitcher for the Wolverines. We'll get you his stats and information coming up next. But an 8 spot from the Warriors and maybe counting here in the bottom of the 4th. Westside up 8-3. Welcome back to the WTV Live Network. An 8-3 lead for the Westside Warriors. New pitcher in for the Wolverines, looking to get out of this inning is Mike Thiessen, excuse me. First pitch in the dirt, gets away. 1-0. Thiessen, a 2.47 ERA. In 11 and third innings pitch, has struck out 12 compared to 4 walked. A very good strikeout pitcher for the Wolverines. That one taken first strike, 1-1. Cronican, this is his second time up in the inning. Westside has gone around the horn. Cronican popped out in his last at-bat. That one gets away to the backstop. Here comes Taggy, and a 9th run has scored this inning for the Warriors. The Warriors have put up 9 in the 4th. And a lead that was 3-0 for Westview. And Markel Newen pitched 2 really clean innings, has turned into a 3-1 count and a 9-3 lead in favor of the Warriors. It also helps for them. They've caught a few breaks from Westview in the field, 4 errors. Ground ball over to third. Nice sliding stop by Mullen. He'll throw over and get the out to end the inning. So Cronican accounts for 2 of the 3 outs this inning, but Westside plates 9. 9-3 Warriors going to the top of the 5th. Welcome back to the WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Vailpick. Thank you guys for tuning in with us here today. We'll take you back to the last matchup between these two teams, Westside and Westview. 2 teams that start with West, but very far apart. Westside here on about 90, close to 90th and Pacific. Westview all the way up in Bennington. Last time out, they won 11-3 in the Frank Ryan Invitational, in which a tournament that Westside eventually went to win. First pitch by Burke Brown, the new pitcher, is popped up, shallow right field. Ty Hanna calls off Cronican, the second baseman, to make the first out. PJ Hodges will step up next, playing center field today for the Wolverines. Get you Burke's stats here, a 4-0 record and a 4.27 ERA. In 19 2/3 of innings pitched, he has allowed 12 runs, struck out 17, and has walked 13. First pitch is a strike. 0-1 quickly. Next offering taken for a strike. 0-2 now. Brown going to the University of Kansas, not to play baseball, but to further his education. We'll go there along with fellow Westside senior Jason Kipling. 0-2 just outside. One and two now the count against the left fielding P.J. Hodges. That one swung on back up the middle, just off the end of the bat, but a nice job to find the gap in Hodges. It's a base hit. So 1 out and 1 on now for the 6-hole hitting Cal Brown. Brown this season, a .233 average for the young sophomore. First pitch on the outside edge for a strike. Brown, 11 walks compared to 26 strikeouts this season at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Brown wheeling and dealing. Westview 3 runs on 7 hits, 4 errors for them today. Westside 9 runs on 10 hits, no errors. That one swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Cal Brown for the second out.
Number 7, Grayson Shimahorn.
As Grayson Shimahorn will step up next. The Simpson College commit. Beautiful place out there in Indianola, Iowa. Division III college. Oh and 1 now against the right-handed hitting. Runner off for second. Throw down, not in time. Cronican couldn't field it cleanly. Throw down most likely wouldn't have been in time anyway. Pitch was a ball, so it's 1 and 1. Shimahorn steps back in. 1 and 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I'll correct you there. Shimahorn committed to Dakota Wesleyan. Michael Pyatt is the one committed to Simpson. 1 and 2, deal from Brown. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Beautiful pitching from Burke Brown gets them out of the inning. So let's see what the Warriors could do after the 9 spot in the 4th. 3 runs will walk it off via run rule. It's 9-3 Warriors going to the top. Scratch that to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, here we come here at Westside High School. Warriors up 9-3 over the Westview Wolverines. And boy, what a last inning it was for the Westside Warriors. 9 runs for them. And it was a full team effort. Only 2 players recorded outs in that inning. Cronican, maybe the only sad face in there with the recording 2 outs in that inning, but otherwise than that, it was a really good inning from the Warriors offensively.
He won 48-02.
Easton Lunn will step up first. Congrats to Will Urosevich for winning the Metro Championship in the 400. He has been one of the best runners this season for the Westside track team. First pitch outside for a ball. One with a time of 48.02. So a really good time from him, and he will be definitely a big threat at state. The 1-0 offering. That one driven to second base, but Newton is there to make the catch for out number one. One lines out. Ty Hanna will round out the lineup, hitting from the 9-hole today. RBI single in his last AB. That one foul tipped into the mitt of the catcher, Minor. It's 0-1. Along with Will Urosevich, Mo Purify, who just signed today to play football at Nebraska. That one outside 1-1. Plays second in the high jump, stretch out in the triple jump. Only behind Bellevue West is Pierce Parker. That one low 2-1. A lot more Metro track will be ran tomorrow at Burke, and a lot of the events will be ran there. That'll be tomorrow, though. We have a game to finish up here today. Hannah fouls that one back, 2-2. Teasman will get back on the bump. That one popped up behind the dish and out of play off the bleachers. Hannah staying alive here at 2-2. Next 2-2 offering. Great off speed, just high. 3-2 the count. Some more stats here from Athletic here for Westside in the Metro track and field. Riker Jensen placing fourth. That one fouled away. Count remains full. In the high jump. So a really good job by the track and field team today. A lot more to accomplish tomorrow. Another full count. That one popped up sky high. Left field and playable for the second out.
Top viewer for Warriors number 10, Braden Hosey.
They'll reset the lineup card. Braden Hosey looking to get a little two-out rally here for Westside. Hosey, Hanson, Shockey, next three up. First pitch inside, 1-0. Singled back in the last inning. That one taken inside, 2-0. Hosea Lindenwood commit. That one outside, 3-0. Teasman looking over to his dugout. See if Hosey will attack something here on 3-0. He will, and he drives it foul. 3-1 now. More and more as the years go on, you see more of these hitters attacking something on 3-0 in a usually take situation. That one down low. Ball 4. Hosey takes downstairs for a walk.
16, Hansen.
And another result here from Metro's Annika Jasninski, I believe. Second in the varsity long jump, only behind Papio South's Finley Moore. Hosey leading off a second. First pitch taken inside. Hansen searching for his 7th homer this season. Trying to tie or maybe even break the single season record of 8. Pickoff back to first, not in time. Hosey safely slides back in. Hosey, a big steal threat. Big lead off of first. Teasman looks back. Pickoff back to first again. Not in time. Hosey leaning a good amount out there. See if Shockey will give him the go-ahead. Next offering, taken for a strike. Count evened up at 1 apiece. Wolverine warming up in the bullpen. Another pickoff back to first. Hosey slides back in safely. As he had been getting into Teasman's head this at-bat. And he's off. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Hosey with a safe slide into second. And it's a stolen base for the 5-tool athlete, Braden Hosey. Hansen now with the runner in scoring position, but 2 strikes. Third baseman playing a step in. Everybody else at about the same depth. Inside 2-2. Nine to 3 Warriors here in the bottom of the 5th. That one outside again. Count runs full. This game is going by smoothly here in the bottom of the 5th. Full count pitch. Ball 4. Just inside. And a big league take there from Hansen will bring up CJ Shockey. Potentially the game-winning run if he can get across the plate. Hosey at first. Scratch that, Hosey at second. Hansen at first. Pair of H's on the base paths. First pitch to Shockey, taken for a ball, 1-0. Shockey has been a key part in this game, 2 of 3 today, including the RBI that put the Warriors up in the bottom of the 4th. That one outside, 2-0. Teasman looking just to find the zone. And Shockey just waiting for something to pounce on. Shockey at 384 hitting this season. Pickoff back to second's not in time. Has hit a homer this year. He hit the first homer of the season for the Warriors against Lincoln Northeast all the way back in March. Outside again, 3-0. Ben Everode, the cleanup man on deck. Shockey in his 109 plate appearances He's had 35 RBIs, the most on the team, and 38 hits, but has only accounted for 4 runs coming into the game. He did score earlier, so he now has 5. As he swings and misses through a great off-speed pitch. It's 3-1 now. Another offering way outside ball 4. Hosey and Hansen will cruise over to third. And the bases are juiced with 2 outs. And once again, Kyler Dubas having a busy day courtesy running for Shockey over there. We'll get some love from his dad. Ben Everroad looks to put the Warriors up by more. First pitch popped up. Newton getting called off by the shortstop. And it's Pyatt who make the catch. So the Warriors lead them loaded. They do not get anything in that inning. Top of the 6th we go. Warriors up 9-3. Welcome back here to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valopek. Thank you guys for joining us here this evening as we have a 9-3 ball game on our hands in favor of the Warriors. It has been Westside's day ever since the 4th inning, where they had 9 runs in that inning. Brown back out there for his 2nd inning of work. Pitches and fouls it away to the new batter up the plate. Caden Cannon will step in for his first plate appearance of the evening. Cannon, a .222 average this season, 4 hits, has scored 4 runs, and has 4 RBIs this season. That one popped up. Shooting away, foul. Count quickly at 1-2 here. Westside 6 outs away from securing victory. Won the last game against Westview 11-3. Currently up 9-3 this time around. That one fouled back. Count remains at 1-2. Infield and outfield pretty straight up. That one high. Count back at 2. Brown once again ready. Pitches, popped up and fouled back. Still 2-2. Brown's dad, Chris, was a place kicker at the University of Nebraska. Went on to play in the NFL, kicking for a bunch of different teams. That one popped up. Hansen calling off Brown, and he makes the catch for the first out.
Number 2, Markel Newton.
Chris Brown played for a good amount of teams. Pittsburgh, Houston, I think a stint with Green Bay. A couple others I'm forgetting, but he had a long career in the NFL. First pitch is a strike. 1-1. Scratch that. 0-1 with 1 out. Next offering driven to the opposite field. Hannah on the run. That one is foul. That one maybe just a couple inches to the right of the line. 0-2 now the count. Newton raised himself once again. That one high, right at his head. 1-2. Another 2-strike offering, fouled away. Newton, a 176 hitter coming into the day, looking for his first base hit of the evening. Brown will ready and fire again. One hopper to Hosey over in shortstop. Throws over to first. Hansen secures it for the first out. Scratch that for the second out. And that will bring up
Number 5, Mitchell Pyatt.
Mitchell Pyatt at the top of the order. And the lineup card resets for Westview. Looking to get 6 runs and 4 outs. A really tall task against this Westside squad. Looking to lock in the number 1 spot going into districts. First pitch was a ball. It's 1-0. And the Simpson commit takes strike 1. That one taken high. 2-1. Beautiful pitch on the outside edge. 2-2 for Brown. Readies himself, sets, and fires the 2-2. Fouled away. Count remains even. 2-2, 2 outs here in the 6th. Another 2-2 offering from Brown. Swung on, popped up. Shallow left field just beyond the infield dirt. And making the catch is Hosey for the third out. Wolverines go down in order 1-2-3. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Westside up 9-3. Welcome back to WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valapek. Thank you guys for joining us here on this cloudy but pretty nice Tuesday evening. New pitcher in for Westview. It'll be the Southpaw, their second pitch of the day, Ashton Johnson. First pitch grounded over to third. Mullen bobbled it, throw it over to first, not in time. He was off the bag. And the fifth error of the day for the Wolverines. And the second time Schleifer has been rewarded with it as Milo Barber will pinch hit. Barber will pinch hit for Andrew Taggy. Ashton Johnson, his pitching stats, a clean 3 ERA through 6 appearances. 7 innings pitched, has allowed 3 runs, has walked 7, but struck out 11. That one popped up shallow right. Coming in on it and laying a drop. Out there in right field is Bader. That was a tough play to make. And already 2 on for Liam Cronican. Looking to get some more insurance. An error and a base hit. As we'll have another courtesy runner. And that will be Andrew Taggy.
Pitch running number 3, Andrew Taggy.
So even when he doesn't even get a hit, he will still find his way onto the base paths. Benefits from Barber's base hit. Cronican, left on right. First pitch below the zone. 1-0. Look back at second for the runner Schleifer. Next offering. Cronican drives that one into left field, a base hit. Shockey will put on the stop sign for Schleifer as Cronican back-to-back singles as he gets his first hit of the day. Bases loaded, nobody out. And another pinch hitter up for the Warriors. Kai Frederick will pinch hit for Easton Lunn. Frederick could end it with one swing of the bat here. If he can poke a homer anywhere, be a walk-off grand slam. Frederick right on left. First pitch high. 1-0. Frederick hitting .237 this season. Another two-sport athlete on this team. Playing basketball for Coach Jim Simons in the Warrior basketball team. Next one low. 2-0. Frederick with only 1 extra base hit this season. Has tallied 9 RBIs on 9 hits, however. And has scored 8 runs, including a walk-off steal of home against Lincoln Standing Bear on their senior night just about a week ago. Quickly now the count 3-0. And quickly, Ashton Johnson losing control. Schleifer over at third. Taggy at second. Cronican at first. Swing and a miss. Johnson trying to battle back here. 3-1 now against Frederick. That one another swing and a miss. 3-2. The count full. Can Johnson get out of this jam? That one crushed deep into left field. Sending back track. We'll see you later. A walk-off grand slam for Kai Frederick. And how about a way to end the ball game? Westside has won the day 13-3 on a Kai Frederick walk-off grand slam.
That will be all she book this one. Kai Frederick with the
Boom!
grand slam.
The first grand slam of the season by the Warriors is a walk-off victory. Westside has secured the #1 spot in the district, and they will host these next couple of days. We thank you guys for joining us here on the WTV Live Network. What a way to end it with a Kai Frederick walk-off grand slam. And Westside only needed 2 innings to get all 13 of their runs today. 13 runs on 13 hits, no errors. Westview with 3 runs on 7 hits and 5 errors. Once again, we thank you guys for tuning in here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Vailbeck. We'll be back maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. District Baseball coming up next here on the WTV Live Network will be our final sporting events of the 2025-2026 season. Once again, from me and our entire crew, we thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Hunter Vailbeck. We'll be back Friday or Saturday as Westside Baseball looks to get their ticket to state punched, as they will most likely host the A1 district. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you Friday.